Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome. This is the podcast designed for students eager to speak English with greater confidence and enjoyment. I'm Tom, and my purpose here is to assist you in developing a more natural English speaking style, one small step at a time, every single day. I'll be speaking slowly and distinctly to make it easy for you to follow along and repeat after me. In today's episode, we're diving into a very straightforward yet incredibly impactful topic: mastering daily English practice. This guide is for you, even if your schedule is packed, even if you often feel nervous about speaking, or even if you don't reside in an English-speaking country. Many people mistakenly believe they must relocate to places like the UK or America to achieve English fluency, but this simply isn't accurate. You don't need to live in a bustling city like London, nor do you require a native speaker constantly beside you. There's no need to dedicate endless hours to studying each evening. What truly matters are consistent, intelligent small actions. These are steps that are simple to perform repeatedly, steps that seamlessly integrate into your everyday routine, and most importantly, steps that will help you feel more at ease, more authentic, and more assured when using English. So let's get started. We'll begin with a fundamental question. What exactly is shadowing? Perhaps you've come across this term before, or maybe it's entirely new to you. Shadowing stands out as one of the most effective techniques for simultaneously enhancing both your speaking and listening abilities. It's both straightforward and incredibly potent. Allow me to explain how it functions. You listen to someone speaking English, just as you're listening to me now, and your goal is to mimic precisely what they utter. You don't pause. You don't mentally translate. You don't consult a dictionary. Instead, you simply replicate the sound, much like an echo. You strive to articulate the words at the same pace, with the identical intonation and rhythm as the original speaker. Let's attempt this exercise together. I will say a sentence, and then you repeat it after me. I want to speak English fluently. Now, it's your turn to repeat. I listen to English every day. Please repeat that phrase. Shadowing helps me speak better. And now you repeat. Excellent work. That's the essence of shadowing. Initially, it might feel a bit awkward. You might not grasp every single word you hear, and that's perfectly fine. Shadowing isn't primarily about comprehending every individual word. It's about training your brain and your vocal apparatus to cooperate in English. It helps you become familiar with the distinct sounds of English, its flow, and how it feels to produce those sounds. If you engage in this practice regularly, even just 5 minutes a day, you'll soon find yourself speaking more quickly, with greater clarity, and in a much more natural way. It's a modest habit that yields significant outcomes. Now, let's tackle our main query. How can you incorporate English practice into your daily life? Many students often express to me, Tom, I'm eager to learn, but I lack the time. My schedule is always full. I feel apprehensive when I try to speak. I simply don't know how to begin. And my consistent reply is this: you don't need an abundance of time. You don't require flawless grammar. You don't need to wait for the perfect opportunity. You simply need to take that initial step. Let me share 5 straightforward yet powerful strategies for practicing English daily, integrated into your real life, no matter where you are. Tip number 1. Immerse yourself in English listening every day. This is the foundational step. If your aim is to speak more proficiently, consistent daily listening is essential. Not just once a week, not only during lessons, but every single day. Listening aids in acquiring new vocabulary. It helps you internalize the authentic rhythm of English. It trains your auditory perception to understand more rapidly, and it acclimates you to how native speakers truly communicate, moving beyond the confines of textbooks. So, how can you achieve this? You can tune into podcasts like this one, or enjoy English music. You can watch videos on platforms like YouTube, listen to brief stories, or follow English news tailored for learners. You don't need to grasp 100% of the content. Just let the sounds wash over you. Even if you only understand 30% or 50%, it's still incredibly beneficial. You can listen while you're walking, cleaning, cooking, exercising, or simply unwinding. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough to make a noticeable impact. Transform English into your daily background soundtrack. Tip number 2. Shadow everything you hear. Now that you're actively listening, the next crucial step is to activate your voice. Listening is excellent, but it's through speaking that you truly develop your skills. After listening to a sentence or a short audio segment, repeat it. Mimic the speaker's voice. Match their rhythm. For instance, I want to get better at English. Now repeat. I don't understand everything, but I keep going. Repeat that. I'm improving little by little. Repeat. Incorporate this into your daily routine. Reiterate the same sentences multiple times. You'll observe your speech becoming smoother, your pronunciation clearer, and your confidence growing. And always remember, perfection isn't the goal. Consistent practice is what truly matters. Tip number 3. Cultivate thinking in English, one thought at a time. This represents one of the most transformative changes you can implement. Begin to think in English. Initially, this will feel challenging. Your instinct will be to translate from your mother tongue, but translation consumes time and impedes our progress. So, how do we start thinking directly in English? Start with brief, uncomplicated sentences. Formulate them in your mind. When you wake up, think, it's morning. I'm still sleepy. I need coffee. When you step outside, observe. The sky is blue. The air is cold. I see a dog. Throughout your day, consider, I'm working. I'm tired. I want to go home. These are simple thoughts, but they help your brain establish a direct connection to English. No translation, no delay. Later, try verbalizing them aloud, even if it's just a whisper or a quiet utterance. It's like engaging in a daily internal dialogue with yourself in English. Tip number 4. Practice reading aloud. This trains your speaking muscles. While silent reading is beneficial, reading aloud is even more so. It coordinates your mouth, tongue, and brain. Select short, uncomplicated texts. A children's book, an English story for novices, or a dialogue from a video or podcast. Read it slowly and clearly. Then, reread it a bit faster. Then, read it once more with enhanced expression, imagining yourself as an actor. This technique boosts your pronunciation, fluency, and self-assurance. Consider it a gym workout for your speaking muscles. Tip number 5. Integrate English into your daily life. let me convey something profoundly important. If you aspire to speak English proficiently, you shouldn't merely study it. You should truly live with it. What do I mean by this? I mean that English shouldn't be confined to a 30-minute study session on Monday night. It shouldn't solely exist within your classroom or textbook. It ought to become an integral part of your genuine, everyday existence, much like your morning coffee or your favorite mobile application. The more you encounter English, listen to English, and actively use English in your life, the more inherently natural it will become. Now, I'll provide some easy ways to achieve this, even if your schedule is extremely tight. First, adjust your phone's language settings to English. You likely interact with your phone dozens of times daily, perhaps 50, maybe even 100 times. So, why not leverage that time for learning? When your phone's language is English, you'll see English words every time you unlock it. You'll passively learn terms like settings, airplane mode, brightness, update, available, delete, or download. You won't need to formally study these words. By repeatedly encountering them, your brain will soon commit them to memory. It becomes second nature. This process is known as passive learning, and it's incredibly effective. Second, maintain a brief daily diary in English. You don't need to compose lengthy essays. Just jot down 3 concise sentences about your day. For example, today I went to work. I was very tired. I drank 2 cups of coffee. Or perhaps, it rained this morning. I stayed home. I watched an English video. This provides excellent practice for constructing simple sentence structures and applying real vocabulary from your everyday experiences. If you do this every evening for just 5 minutes, your improvement will be far greater than you imagine. You can write in a small notebook or use your phone. You could even exchange brief entries with a friend who is also learning English, writing back and forth. Third, record a 1-minute voice message daily. This is one of my top recommendations. At the close of your day, open your phone's voice recorder and speak to yourself. Just talk for 60 seconds. Discuss your day, your plans, your emotions, or something new you learned. For instance, today was busy. I had a meeting in the morning. I made lunch for my family. In the evening, I watched a short English video. It's perfectly fine if you make errors. No one else has to hear it. This is purely for your benefit. When you listen back to yourself, you gain insights. You'll hear your pronunciation and grammar, and you'll begin to identify your common mistakes, allowing you to correct them next time. This practice builds confidence, fluency, and self-awareness. Fourth, join an online English speaking group. You don't have to wait for a physical classroom setting. You can discover other English language learners online. Participate in a WhatsApp group, join a Telegram channel, or utilize websites like Tandem or Facebook groups specifically for English learners. You can type short messages, send voice notes, and both ask and answer questions. Even simply reading what other learners post can be highly beneficial. This approach makes English feel dynamic and alive. It transforms it into a means of connection, rather than merely a school subject. Fifth, watch short videos and repeat the sentences. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts are brimming with brief, straightforward English videos. You can select videos on travel, food, daily life, or even humorous clips. Anything that interests you. Watch the same video 2 or 3 times. Then pause it and repeat the sentences you hear. Strive to imitate the speaker's voice, their manner of speaking, their tone, and their pace. Even a video that's only 20 seconds long is incredibly useful. It's an enjoyable and accessible way to learn how English is genuinely spoken in real-world contexts. To summarize, incorporating English into your daily routine isn't difficult. It doesn't demand excessive time. You don't need a dedicated teacher to accomplish it. And here's the ultimate secret. Transform small, everyday actions into opportunities for English practice. Instead of uttering good morning in your native language, say good morning in English. Rather than drafting your to-do list in your mother tongue, try writing it in English. Instead of watching 5 minutes of television in your own language, dedicate those 5 minutes to English content. These seemingly minor actions foster robust habits, and robust habits are what cultivate truly confident English speakers. So, always remember, weave English into the fabric of your life. Let it be present on your phone, in your journal, in your thoughts, and in your voice. Allow it to become a part of who you are, not merely something you study. When you adopt this mindset, English will cease to feel like an obligation or homework. It will feel like something you inherently live with. And that, my friends, is when genuine fluency truly begins. Until next time.